Here are easy t-shirt designs you can do right now to help you reach your first 100 sales. I'm going to share with you exactly how to use Kittl to create basic t-shirt designs that can help you skyrocket your listings and help you actually start getting some real revenue. I'm sure it's all with you coming up next. So selling on Etsy as a beginner might be very challenging because you feel like you have to compete with these high graphical designs for your listings to actually be visible. However, you can actually make simple designs with Kittl to make this process extremely easy. And the goal here is to create multiple listings in one day. So I'm gonna share with you several designs that are simple designs that are selling well and how you are able to fuse those simple designs into a more creative way, yet still being simple. And so let me share with you these best-selling products right now. All right, so before we create our t-shirt, one of the things I like to do just to prove the market before we even get started is to jump in my research program, Insight Factory. I like to do this because this is giving me real-time data in regards to what is trending right now. So it gives me the data for the last 7 days. So I see what is really moving right now in the marketplace. I want to jump ahead of the major markets so I can start selling as well. So as you can see here, obviously we know T-shirt shirts has a ton of competition, but one of the things we want to do as we're doing this broad research is to find these micro niches, this micro market, so we can serve individual teachers in their respective subject. So that could be kindergarten teacher, first grade teacher, history teacher, but we definitely want to also see what styles are doing well. So that's what I call key design elements. So as I scroll down here, I'm not concerned about the level of competition, but I do see that it is a hot sales signal. That means 64 out of 64 listings. That means everyone on the first page has received at least one sale in the last 7 days. So that could be one, it could be 100, but every single listing had a sale in the last 7 days. That's on the first page of Teacher Shirts. So as I scroll down here, I see the last 7 days. I see the last day in itself, the views, the favorites, the release date, and some tags that can be helpful for me. Now I can actually, change the ranking of this based upon the sales volume. But as you can see here, we're already seeing a ton of sales just in the last 7 days. Again, it's not taking into account for the last 30 days or for the lifetime of the listing. But again, I like to see what's moving in the last 7 days to see what is actually trending. So what I like to do when I see this is look at the last 7 days and look at the listing date. If I see something listed within the year, then I definitely want to jump on that trend and start recreating that in my own way. So I see this here has 10 sales last 7 days. This one here, 37 sales, 73 sales in the last 7 days. This one here, 105 sales. Just gotta be careful with the smiley face, but there's different things we can do there. We can learn a lot from this listing here. 53 sales in the last 7 days, and so on. So again, I like to pull out what is moving extremely well and match that with the age of the listing. As you can see here with this program, it's bringing up things that's recent, right? Everything that we're looking at so far has been around mostly for the last year, right? Some just in the last 6 months. So we know this is definitely going to move extremely well as we move into the back to school season with our teacher t-shirts. All right, so with our particular listing that we want to create, we want to see some popular phrases and we want to redesign them in our own special way. So even though this one here is a smiley face, which again, we don't want to sell, I do like the layout of this design, how we have the retro style in different colors. And again, 105 sales, that means obviously this is doing something right. We can learn from this and redesign this in our own special way. So I want to open this up and save this to re-look at later. And I want to go down here and see this one selling 53 sales last 7 days. Again, we can learn from this as well. We can see the retro style, the color, the phrase, and just some retro elements being used. I can save that for later as well. And again, this popular phrase, got to be careful in regards to trademark, but I like how we integrated the teacher in this. I think we can do something special with adding in specific teachers to really grow on the micro niche even further. So I want to open this up as well. And again, I want to learn from all of these listings. I want to bring this to a market where we are able to stand out above the rest of the competition. All right, so here we have our listing here in front of us. We have this phrase, it's me. Hi, I'm the teacher, it's me. And again, one of the things I already see here that we can do is change out the word teacher and really put a specific teacher in here. So I can put, it's me, hi, I'm the coach, it's me, or I'm the art teacher, I'm the history teacher, it's me, I'm the principal, it's me. That's great to do. And with that being said, with this phrase, we can integrate different elements like these retro style flowers here. Same thing here. The retro flowers are doing well over the course of multiple products. So we can integrate that in here. And again, we can even take this a little bit further. Maybe add in some of these elements here with a checker bar on the bottom, as well as that retro pencil and that leopard print on the front. So again, we're taking into account all 4 of these listings that's obviously doing crazy sales. And again, we want to merge these together, bring in some new elements into a space like this that may not necessarily have those elements there. And then again, integrate that specific teacher or that specific profession in this phrase. Now, one of the things you want to do, especially if you are working with phrases, is just to make sure that that phrase is not trademarked in any way. So I do want to do a search here. And again, I want to take that popular phrase, it's me, and I want to plug that in to the basic search, copy and paste it here. Now, as you can see, nothing is coming back for that specific phrase. Now, again, you might see some other t-shirts that's selling this phrase, but again, because we have this word teacher in here, this is making this, not trademark. But you definitely got to be careful about phrases because most of these do come from popular lyrics from songs, and you got to be careful with what you see that's working well because that phrase might be trademark. In our case today, this phrase is not trademark. And if you want to change this out and just to make sure as well, for instance, we will put principal. So it's me, hi, I'm the principal, it's me. Hit enter. And again, that phrase is not trademark. Now, as you can see here, if we put in this phrase, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me, and we do a trademark on this, obviously nothing is coming up. But if we go to the popular song lyrics of this artist, we can see that phrase is in their lyrics. Again, just got to be careful because again, later on, this can be trademarked because it is a part of their lyrics. But again, because we're adding in that specific teacher or that specific profession, I think we are okay in this regard. But this is the practice in the process you will need to do when you are really dealing with phrases, just to make sure you're okay with selling those designs. So just to give you some example of what I mean by niching down in regards to what specific teacher you want to sell a shirt for, or what particular profession you want to sell the shirt for, we have our general term here, teacher shirt. And again, even with my program here is taking up data from Etsy, and it's telling us that it has, over 500,000 search results. Again, great sales signal, but a lot of competition. However, when I put in a different, phrase in the front of this, so principal shirt, still within the niche of teacher, but now I'm going to the micro niche of targeting a specific person in that space, a principal, you can see here that the competition, went down extremely, yet I still have a great sales signal, meaning that people are making sales on the first page selling these type of shirts. And being that we are going to graph all these data points in regards to elements that's working well, and of course we're going to graph some keywords here, we know that our particular listing can stand above the rest of the competition because we're learning from other successful designs that we can integrate into this micro market that may not necessarily have those type of t-shirts visible, but yet we know from other sales data it will sell well. All right, so we have our data in front of us, we have the sales results in front of us, and we double check to make sure this phrase itself was not trademarked. So now we're going to get to our design phase that we're going to do with Kittl, and it's going to really make this process easy, as we definitely want to stay with this retro style font, but we want to add in some wavy style to what we have here, along with some elements that are doing well. And again, the whole point of using Kittl is to save time and to get things up as quickly as possible. So let's jump into Kittl and let's start designing. All right, so here we are in Kittl, and one of the reasons why I like using this is because you can save so much time by using their templates for your t-shirt designs, where you don't have to start from scratch. You can start from a very good place. So if you go over to t-shirts here, you see all the examples of t-shirts other creators have made. And again, these are actually templates you can actually use and start from here to redesign your own t-shirt. And if you want to be more specific of what type of style you're going for, in our case we're going for a retro style, so I'll put this here. It will accumulate all of the shirts that's tied to this particular word here and give me the result. So again, it's a great place for you to just start from and then creatively put in your own style, your own elements, to really get to the place where you believe your design will sell well. All right, so here is the template that we're going to use here. It says it's my cheat day. And of course, we're not going to use this phrase here, but again, we're going to use this as a starting place to create our own type of t-shirt. So if I want to go ahead and get started with this, I will go with use this design. All right, so here we are with our design. And the first thing that really, draws my attention to this is this retro style font. It's already in the Kittl software, along with the wavy text that we have that's already in place. So I definitely want to utilize what we already have here, but add in some more things to this. So we already know our phrase is going to be, it's me, hi, I'm the principal, it's me. So we can go ahead and add that now. So I will simply click on the first line here and go ahead and add the first line to our phrase. So being that we are utilizing the wavy text that's already in Kittl, it matches up our entire first line the proper way. So again, this saves so much time. We can go to our second line and put our phrase here. And as you can see, even though it is a little bit more words than the top line, it merged everything in properly with the overall design. And then we'll go to our next line here and put in principal. And again, it made the entire word fit to our overall style. Now, as you see here, we don't have enough lines to add in that last, line of our design. It's me. So the whole thing should say, it's me, I'm the principal, it's me. And we don't have that here, but I can go ahead and add that last line to my design and still keep this overall retro style font. So with that being said, I have to get the bars out of our design. All I have to do is click on it and hit delete. Click on this and hit delete as well. And I want to go to my second line here, copy and paste. I can move this down here, and even though it's not fitting well right now, I want to just focus on adding in my last line of text. So I have it's me, and the cool thing about using Kittl is that I can go ahead and transform the entire text right here in the software. That means I can change the orientation of my design, the placement of my text to make it fit with what I have here. All I have to do is hit edit transform, and now I can grab these little dots here to move my entire text to fit in with what I have here. All right, so I think that is going to work out well for us. We have our phrase, it's me, hi, I'm the principal, it's me. And one of the things I like to do when everything is lined up the right way for me, I like to go ahead and highlight my entire text, and I like to group them together. So I'm going to hit right click, hit group, and now everything is locked in. This is great for me if I want to make this a little bit larger to fit my entire design space. And again, everything will follow the same size of every text that I have on my screen. So one of the things I like to do when I want to change the color of my text is to go over to my design I am really gaining inspiration from, and it's this one here. And I want to right click and save this image because I want to upload this into Kittl so I can actually have the proper colors in front of me so I can change them to fit my design. So I can go here, hit upload, and upload my specific image to Kittl so I can have that in front of me so I can redesign this with the proper colors. So I will go to upload, and I have it already here in front of me. I will open this up, and I can move this over to the side. And again, this is not going to be a part of my design right here, but I do want to have in front of me as I am working on my design, because again, I want to follow this color trend that I see obviously working well, getting tons of sales with this design here. And I want to merge that over to what I have in front of me here. So for me to change the color of my text, I will highlight the portion that I want to change. I want to go to text color here and go to this circle of the white text. I want to get the pick tool here. And because I have this image in front of me here, I can go right to the color I want to pick from. And again, it would change that color for me, exactly what I find here. Same thing for my second line. I want to highlight my entire text I want to change. go to text color, pick tool. I want to skip over this color here because I want to really highlight this yellow and have that here. Same thing with this line, pick tool, change that there. In the last color set that we have for our text, pick tool, and grab that color here. And as you can see, we have all of those popular color used in this design over into our design. So the next thing we want to add to our design here are the retro flowers. We know to work well on different designs. We see them here working well with that design, and we see them here working well. We don't have to take the exact same flowers, but just adding in those retro style flowers to our design can be one of those key design elements that's not visible here that we can add in to bring extra value to our space. So you can go ahead and find some of those in other programs like Creative Fabrica, which I have done already, and I uploaded that set to my project that I have here. And I want to utilize some of these retro style flowers in my design and place them over my entire text to bring out just a different element to make my design stand out above the rest of the competition. Now, if you are working from a design set like this where everything is together, again, this is just one solid image, that's where Kittl's crop feature comes into play. So all I have to do here is double click on this. And I just want to highlight just one part of this image to really get one flower in focus, as this will be my set place for all of my flowers I use throughout my entire design. So now I'm just capturing one flower, and now I can use this as one element to place over my entire design. So I know that I want a flower down here. And again, it's going to change from the different flowers that we have, but I definitely want to put a placement here. I can hit Control V. Now I have a second set that I want to put right here by the C. Again, I'll put Control V again to copy and paste. I'll add another flower set here. Control V. I think I want to add one here by the I, and Control V over here by the E. Now, I'm not going to use the same flower for every space. These are just simply placeholders for me to find different flowers in my design space. All right, so now that I have my flowers here in the proper place, I can go in here and start changing these out, the different retro flowers we had with the overall design palette. So I can double click on one of the flowers here. And again, as you can see, I have all these options here to move this over and to highlight different flowers in my design. So in my case today, I definitely want to highlight this one here in the bottom area, and notice how it is in the center of the box. And when I click out of it, it's only capturing that one there. I can go in here a little bit more and just fine tune this to make sure nothing else is coming up just by grabbing the edges. But I think with what we have here, that is going to work out well. I can do the same thing with all the other designs here. Just pick out some flowers I believe to work out well. Just double click, head over to another part of my design. Again, I have to measure this the right way just to get that in the shot itself. And again, I have that here, make this larger if I so choose. I can do the same thing with other areas of this design. All right, so as you can see, we have everything dialed in the right way. Here's the image that we gained some inspiration from in regards to our text. Again, we're bringing in that different element here because we're focusing on the principle, that specific micro niche, and we're adding in some retro flowers to just bring out a new element that's not visible in this space here. And again, as you can see, it took us no time. We're using Kittl, starting off as a template and bringing this in to be more creative with our own unique design. Now, with that being said here, one of the things I like to do, as always, when everything is done, to group all things together. And now I have one solid piece. Now, what's also great about using Kittl is that if I want to see what this is going to look like on my print-on-demand product before I even go through the process of downloading this, uploading this to Printify, and going through that whole process of making my mockups, I can see my mockup right here in the program itself. Kittl has this feature here where I can actually see my design on their multiple mockup options they have. So I will click this here. And being that we are selling this on a t-shirt, I can go to one of their mock-up models here. I want to pick the color shirt I want to aim for, so we know we're going to do something in heather gray or black. I can make my design larger. I can see exactly how my design is going to look on my t-shirt, and I think everything looks well here. If you want to change some things up, you can go back to edit. You can make some changes there. But for our case today, I think this design looks extremely well, and it's going to be great when we utilize this for our print on demand product. All right, so everything is done with my design here. And one other things I like to do is just to keep track of my designs so I can find them very quickly when I need to use them. So I definitely want to add in a title for my project. And if I want to get ready for my design, I can actually remove the background here just by bringing the opacity down so I can see exactly how it will look. But I can even go in here to download, and they have a specific area for me to remove the background of my design. And I always like clicking this just to make sure that background is removed. So I will click this, and I would save this as a PNG file, as this is going to work well for my design to be uploaded to my print on demand provider, as well as creating my individual mockups I use on my other mockup generator. All right, so here we are in Canva. I like using Canva to create my mockups I'm going to use on my Etsy shop. And I have my design here. I can just click on this, and now I have this visible. Now I can shrink this down to size and to just place this the right way on my design here. One of the things I like to do is bring the transparency down to showcase this as if it's printed on the t-shirt itself. I can copy and paste my design on my second mockup and use the same thing here. All right, so there it is. As you can see, it is very easy for us to go ahead and jump into Kittl and utilize some of the templates to make this entire design process easier. Again, we were able to create this very quickly by utilizing some templates and not starting from scratch. And again, this makes the entire process go by quickly. And if I have this already set up here, I can create then my own template for me to create multiple t-shirts in this area. Say if I don't want to sell a printable t-shirt, I can go in here and change this to a different name here. So I say, it's me. Hi, I am the coach. It's me. Now I can sell this for different PE teachers and create multiple t-shirts in this same design style. So as you can see, creating these designs is extremely easy when you have a resource like Kittl to actually bring in amazing design aesthetics, but still keep the process simple where you're able to upload multiple products in one day. Now, if you want to check out Kittl on your own, they were so kind to give my audience a discount code for you to use their pro membership right now, absolutely for free. I make sure I leave all the details about this in my description box below for you to check this out and to see if this is best for your print on demand business. Now, if you want to learn the next step of how to create your Etsy listing to actually get sales, then make sure you check out this next video here. And if you want to learn more about how to make passive income online, make sure you subscribe to my channel here. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.